What's good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. You should already know, ladies and gentlemen, this one is poised to be an instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe and notify and do all the good things to make yourself well-versed in the Good Docs comments content. All my good stuff listed in the link in the description area below. Good Docs, good books, podcast, my merch. Shout out to the IPA. You already know what's good. I just hit record, y'all. I didn't have anything that I wanted to say in particular, but I really wanted to get this off my chest, man. And I think a lot of my fellow brethren can relate. I think that a lot of my fellow passport brethren can co-sign on this one. But I just want to give an analogy, something that I've really been thinking about in reference to what it's like to really date women in the West for a lot of guys, right? I kind of compare it to MMA, right? Now, a lot of people don't know what MMA is. A lot of people do. But what MMA is mixed martial arts, right? What you see in UFC, 1FC, Bellator, bare knuckle boxing, I guess, combat sports, MMA. That's kind of what dating women in the West is like, because I feel like us as men have to fight for the submission. Pick up what the Good Doc is putting down. Dating women in the West reminds me a lot of MMA, mixed martial arts, because we have to fight for the submission, right? I understand that if a woman's been hurt in the past, man, it could lead to some shit, right? I've dealt with broken women before, so it's a doozy. And I think a lot of my fellow brethren can attest to that. But I just feel like when it comes to dating women in the West, there's a constant struggle, a constant fight by the man to get his woman to submit, right? And you'll hear dating coaches and you'll hear all these other guys that talk about all the things that you have to actually do in order to get a woman to submit, and it's fucking exhausting, right? You can talk about the gameplay, get the number, wait 3-4 days, talk to the girl. If she don't respond, wait another 10 days. There seems to be a lot of gameplay and a lot of things that you have to do in order to get a woman to go along with your program of sorts. It just seems like it's a constant day-to-day struggle that a lot of men just ain't willing to put the work in. And then if you're not willing to put in the work, oh, you're weak, oh, you don't deserve a woman like me, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. Rather than being above board, upfront, and honest with a guy, it's like we have to do all this shit in order to get you. And then sometimes by us even doing all this shit, it doesn't necessarily lead to us getting you in the end anyways, right? But we always get shitted on because, oh, you gave up too early, or, oh, you did this, and, oh, you ain't strong enough, oh, I knew you weren't a good dude, or I knew you weren't the right man for me. You start to get all of that rather than just giving a man an opportunity to really get to know you. So we have to fight for the fucking submission. And when we realize that the fight is sometimes not even worth it in the end, and we choose or opt to take our talents to, other places abroad, all of a sudden, here come that shame and shame that we've talked about previously. It's so easy for us to get women overseas because the submission aspect comes with the actual young lady. It ain't nothing we gotta fight for. And in the beginning, all we trying to do is just get to know you anyways. We're just trying to figure out where we see each other in our futures, right? If it's just a one-off, it is what it is. If everybody is in agreement that this is a one-off, like if you are a man in the United States and you are a young lady in the United States and y'all agree that it's a one-off, usually y'all just get it in part ways, right? Sometimes ladies don't know if they want a man, so what do? They put you through the fucking ringer. Then once they put you through the ringer and they realize they don't want you in the West, they do away with you. But if they put you through the ringer and you're willing to stand through all the bullshit, then you might have a chance. But then again, you're actually nothing more than a man that's likely in a pool with other guys. So in the end, when I think about it, is fighting for the submission actually worth it, right? Because once you lock in that submission in a UFC fight, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. You can usually secure the W. In this particular situation, you can secure the woman, right? It should be yours. Not always true. And that's what's sad. And then you wonder why. Ladies, I just want to tell you the truth. You really want to know the reason why we go abroad? It's not so much the fact that we can't get women in the United States, or, we kind of feel like it's so much of a question of whether it's worth it or not for us. That's pretty much where our line is drawn. Is it worth it to even fight for somebody who probably wouldn't do the same for us, right? Imagine if the roles were reversed, man. And a dude put chicks through the ringer. Like, oh shit, you want this dick? Bitch, you gonna have to work for it, right? You got a couple of guys who would do that. But imagine if the shoe was on the other foot, man, and we actually put women through the ringer. Ladies, would y'all be willing to do all that shit for a dude? Some of y'all might. But the majority of y'all will probably do the exact same thing and say, man, fuck this dude, man. I ain't got time for this, right? So why would you do that to a man, right? You think that this is what's going to eliminate the weak from the strong, or eliminate the guys who are in it just to smash, as opposed to the guys that are in it to actually be with you. But overall, what y'all fail to realize is you can do all that shit, ladies. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I'm sorry, gentlemen, for fucking snitching on us. I do apologize in advance, but y'all should already know, and ladies should already know this too. But ladies, if you're gonna put me through the ringer, right? Chances are, while you put me through the ringer, there's probably 2 other girls I'm probably smashing until you decide to come around. So, in reality, you just doing that shit to your own detriment. At least if you're gonna give me some attention and I could realize that this could be something that we could possibly work on and potentially work out, at the end of the day, man, we might be able to see if we could do something. But you know what? That's not what we could do. It's always the patriarchy this, it's always misogyny that, it's always y'all trying to bring me down, and we have to fucking fight tooth and nail with you. Sometimes get physical, and I hate that it gets that far, but sometimes we have to fight for the submission, which in my mind, at the end of the day, and for most passport brethren, y'all, it just ain't worth it. Why? Why the fuck do I have to fight you to get you to do the things that I think will be beneficial to our fucking relationship, right? You know, I heard a funny saying, and I think it came from one of my passport dudes, man. I can't remember exactly who said it, and y'all gonna tell me in the comment section if you remember. But they were like, yo, you have to, it's almost funny, and this is not verbatim. They were like, yo, you have to fight to get a woman to pick up a broom to clean the house that she's fucking living in with you. It's like you gotta fight to get her to clean the space that y'all live in together. And it blows my mind. Because any talk about cleaning up this, that, and the other is, oh, you trying to talk down to me? It's the patriarchy. You're trying to dominate and do all this stuff to me, and I ain't having it. They fight you tooth and nail. Y'all thought I was playing when I say that y'all gotta fight for the submission? I'm not fucking playing with y'all. Y'all know this. You gotta fight for the submission. And at the end of the day, when I tell all my brethren, man, that it's a whole lot easier overseas, and a lot of guys are seeing that, ladies, it's only to your own detriment, love. It's only to your own detriment that you sit there and try to put a man through the ringer, and then you realize that I did all this shit to a guy that I may or may not have wanted. And at the end of the day, he could have been a good dude, but he's over here spending time with Maria and Cassandra and all these other sexy ass, fine, foreign ass women. That if you want to know the truth in comparison, if we line them up side by side, chances are my foreign women will probably win 99.9% of the time naturally versus any woman in the West. And y'all can't tell me that I'm lying, right? If you one of these IG models with the BBLs and the weaves and your fake ass titties and shit, you might get the W, but it ain't real. I'll take a woman from one of these foreign countries, put them right next to you, real as fuck, and she will probably beat you 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10 if you ask a real one. But I just want to give you that 1% chance, or that 10% chance, right? But this is me, man. Maybe I'm just talking out the side of my ass. Maybe y'all just think the doc has lost his fucking mind, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not one to fight for the submission, because I don't have time for the bullshit. And I think a lot of us are pretty much fed up with it. So ladies, if you want to continue to try to put men through the ringer, the ones that actually want to stay here, we're just going to let them have you willingly. Nobody's going to fight them for y'all. We just going to continue racking them up overseas and dealing with women who genuinely have something to offer, something to bring to the table, something that doesn't require a headache up front just to get you to talk to me, just to get a phone number, just to get, you know, it don't require all that. But it seems like in the West, that's all y'all want us to do before you give us any of your time, right? I talked about it before in a short about prostitution of time, right? That's what y'all do with y'all shit. Y'all try to monetize your time or prostitute your time by telling guys, if you want my number, cash at me, PayPal me, Venmo me, this, da 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 da. And you put that shit in your bio so a guy will pay a bill for you or some shit. Don't come to me unless you gonna pay a bill first. I could get a phone number for free overseas. And if she don't want to fuck with me, cool. I'll find another one. And when you start to realize, ladies, that all the shit you try to put men through, it don't really work. And it's not working anymore. And guys ain't gonna settle for it. At the end of the day, if being single is what you want, being single is what you gonna get, boo. Because trust me, a lot of guys are taking their resources overseas. And when you're no longer able to tap that or tap them resources, and it start hurting them pockets, where you can't get them hair and them nails done, pound on that makeup, get them fake ass eyelashes, grow your nails fucking 10 feet. All I can say is, I told you so. That's just me, man. And I'm gonna let y'all rock, man. Y'all take care, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. Docs on to the next one. Peace.